Hi, my name is Jason Horton, and I'm your child's AP US History teacher this school year. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about the course, and some about this page that we're looking at, the Canvas page. So this is the student view, and so it's the teacher version of the student view. So your child's view may seem a little bit different, but that's okay. If you ever have any questions, go ahead and say that. If you have any questions, obviously, please reach out to me on this page here. When you click on About Your Teacher, that has contact information for me, my email address, Google Voice number, and then the school's phone number with my extension. So I have been teaching. This is my 16th year. I taught 12 years in middle school. 10 years of those were at Culbreth, and so I've been at Carver for 4 years, and really enjoy being at this level, being with the high schoolers, and so I really enjoy teaching AP US history. I, as someone who just really likes the content, and sometimes will get off on a tangent, and your student may acknowledge that, get off on a tangent, but I'm very passionate and very excited about talking about the U.S. history. So, and I'm also a parent in the district. I've got 3 kids, one at FPG, one at Culbreth, and one also at Carborough. So, getting all those weekly phone calls as well. I'm sorry, I'm in the boat too as far as that goes. So, with regard to the class and the class content, so you've probably somewhat familiar with kind of the structure of the course in that it's a 2-semester college level entry U.S. history course. So survey course hitting a lot of high spots, going some in depth, a lot more in depth than they would in a like an honors U.S. history class. We're going a lot more in depth there, but it's still not, it's not an upper level history course, but it is fast paced. And there's a lot of information, and there's a lot of expectation on folks to keep up, not only for themselves, but also the way the class is designed. They need to contribute to their group each day, to have a discussion about notes, things they've read, and kind of contribute to the conversation. We call it small fires. And they each day folks come in and they connect with their peers about content they've read. So it's really important, again, for them and for their peers, for them to be able to stay current with their homework assignments. And so the course starts in 1491. It's broken down into 9 time periods chronologically, and periods 1 and 2 we've already finished. So we started period 3 on Monday. And so periods 3 through 8 are the most heavily assessed on the end of the year college board exam. And then period 9 is 1980 to present. So there are multiple choice questions we need to prepare your student for. There are also 3 different types of writing assignments that we need to prepare your child for. And we've already learned and practiced what's called the short answer question several times. And they're now learning and practicing introductory paragraphs, which are going to be really important for both the document-based question essay and the long essay question, which is another type of essay. So happy to talk more about content, specifics, any of that stuff, but I'm supposed to keep the video shorter. So I'm kind of opening the door and invite you to contact me. And if you do about any sort of specifics about content or how the course is going to work. I want to show you quickly about this Canvas page. Over here on the left, these links are your guide to where we're headed, or different places on the page that are going to be important. Announcements for AP US history are really important. Things, need to be updated. So a reminder about the test, reading notes update that you've seen. So folks need to really be paying attention to the announcements. They also need to be paying attention to this area over here, the to-dos. And then finally, the modules. So I'm going to show you the modules page here in just a second. I did want to click on the class resources. This has links. So all of these images are links to additional texts that folks are supposed to be reading in addition to this main textbook, which is American Narrative History. So It's over 1,000 pages, and we are going to be working our way through it. But we'd also invite and encourage and basically require students to also, because history is not just from one perspective, there's multiple perspectives, and we're trying to pull back the lens more for the student to help them understand. Different historians can take a look at the same primary sources and come to different conclusions, and that's one of the skills, is to evaluate secondary source reviews and secondary source writings, and kind of look at the different arguments the historians make. These other links here are just supportive materials if students need them. And so that was here. I want to go back to kind of show you where that was. If you ever want to support your student in that way, that's class resources. Learning modules. I know I'm been on here for a few minutes, so if you can hang with me for just one more second. Daily agendas, that's always going to sit at the top, and those are daily agendas are links to each day's lesson. So we meet 5 times a week. There'll be 3 lessons per week, and the slides have links to the lesson. They have video. They have extra resources that the student might need, or enrichment. These other things are just sort of guides, reminders. There's the calendar. This is where we'll be at any point during the year. And then each module is a period. So periods 1 and 2 was here, and now we're on period 3 and adding to it. So obviously, if we were in person, I'd be saying even more about the course and the expectations. But this is, as I said, kind of opening the door. And for sure, if you want to contact me, if you have questions, please let me know. But like I said, I enjoy being back in person, definitely enjoying working with your students. And I look forward to hopefully meeting some of you in person at some point. All right. Thanks. Hope everyone has a good night.